Yeah. The topic of the message, I got two messages. I'm debating which one to choose. But I want to talk about this message. I was thinking last night about the idea of the reality. There's a difference between the of feeling pretty much feeling and being. Yeah, the difference between feeling and being. It's just it's so many reasons why it comes to mind to do this message concerning this pass that Barack Obama passed this bill that now men that feels that they're a woman, can go to the women's bathroom. A woman that feels like she's a man can go to a men's bathroom. And other reasons occurred to me that this message has to be taught. But here's the thing. Feelings. You know what I'm saying? That people say, well, I feel good. I feel great. I feel wonderful. I feel. Now, the word feel, as I hope that majority of people know this, is something that has to do with pretty much your body senses. Your body senses are something that is used pretty much to indicate something that is upon you or something that is harming you. Your feelings are indications. You know what I'm saying? If of course you put your hand on the stove, it tells you it's hot, and it's the feelings. Purpose is to indicate, to identify something is hot, and your mind is supposed to respond to that is at hot, is at a position that it can bring harm to the body. So my mind thinks to take it off the oven. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, but that's what feelings are made for, indication of a presence of something you're touching or something touching you. You know what I'm saying? That's what the feelings are only for. They're not for thinking. Your feelings are not created for thinking. They're created for feeling and indicating something. You know what I'm saying? Just want to let you know that. Now I'm finna get spiritual. God created us from the dust of the ground. From the dust of the ground. Now our feelings, concerning the flesh, that, your feelings are about your flesh. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, your flesh is created from a substance that is of dirt. Now, in pretty much the same ideal of the nature of dirt, it's the same idea of how we respond with our feelings. Because if a dirt is in a dry place, the dirt will become dry. You know what I'm saying? If a dirt is in a wet place, the dirt will become wet. You know what I'm saying? And I can keep going, so on, concerning the dirt responds to the conditions of the environment or the climate that it surrounds itself in. The dirt will respond to that climate concerning where it's at. You know what I'm saying? Now we're in a pretty much, I hope y'all understand, wicked world, an evil, wicked world system that is operating according to the lust of the flesh. And of course operating in sin, and the wages of sin is death. Now that is pretty much the spiritual climate of this earth right now. The climate is that people are susceptible of yielding to the climate of following an incorrect path based upon what we were created to be. You know what I'm saying? We're following an incorrect path based upon that we are created to be. Concerning sin, God, we're not created for sin to dwell in us, but according to Genesis, we were deceived by the serpent, that now the serpent deceived us that sin can come inside of us. You know what I'm saying? We are becoming a product of a mistake of making the decision of eating of a fruit of the knowledge of good and evil. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, unfortunately, this world system is more likely polluting the ideal of ideas of thinking a certain way, that, you know, thinking opposite, or more likely what Isaiah 5:20, good, evil, and evil is good. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is society is transforming concerning, the world system is trying to transform the society opposite of what it was created to be, totally going against the creator, as it says in Romans 1. You know what I'm saying? The creation is now exalting themselves than the creator, and now because it feels, it's responding to a flesh, and a flesh that is from a spirit, from a substance of dust, that a dust will, yield itself to the climate of the condition there is at. So if that's the case, and we have a wicked world system, our flesh will yield itself to the wickedness of whatever, and start allowing our flesh to make decisions on what is who we are, who we are and who we are created to be. You know what I'm saying? And now, of course, this world system has been working towards this wicked world system, or the god of this world that blinding the minds of men. You know what I'm saying? Satan and his kingdom of darkness, that has, his evil spirits have been, I've been telling people, whispering to, people, whispering to children, whispering to people evil thoughts to make people meditate on the idea of things that unfortunately twist and warp the minds of people to make them believe that they're supposed to, that be based upon their feelings, that they're supposed to live opposite to what they were created to be. That's been going on for a long time. And the thing is, of course, this law wants people to respond to the the climate of wickedness, pretty much, to make decisions that are totally contrary nature, who you created for. And, now, what are we going to do? Are we going to yield ourselves to the nonsense? We can yield ourselves to this that doesn't make sense concerning nature. That's talking about Romans 1. We can yield to ourselves to this, or we can understand, I guess, the phrase, who we be, or who is our being, who created us. You know what I'm saying? Are we going to understand Genesis 1:26, that we're made in the image and likeness of God, or understand that God created male and created female, and in the beginning, you know what I'm saying, that's what he did. And understand now in the 3rd chapter, unfortunately, a serpent has deceived men to enter into sin, and men are sinning, and men are entering to bondage. You know what I'm saying? A bondage of destruction based upon generations to generations. And Jesus Christ came and died on the cross that he can cleanse the generation of curses that has been going throughout, generation, that unfortunately people become victims of, concerning, if David said we're born in sin, shaped with iniquity. Now people are unfortunately, because of the sinful generational curses, that they're unfortunately they see this ideal of an ideal of being a man. I'm with my man now. I feel like a woman, or I'm a boy. Feel like a girl, or I'm a girl. Feel like a boy. Now, because the body is now acceptable of error, because it has throughout the generation experienced so much error and doing so much wrong, it will yield themselves to do what's wrong because of the generational curses that has accumulated in their DNA. And the thing is, people don't really see that as that way. They think because, I feel like, I should be doing this. But the thing is, okay, but who do I be? Who is my being? Being means exist. Who do I exist of being? Who is my existence? Now, look, the ideal reality, one thing about reality is what it is. It's bam. Mac is a man. You know what I'm saying? Bam. The genital says Mac is a man. The God created, and doctors know that, can tell by a hip and by the bones of a body that a woman can tell between a man and a woman. If they find bones of something, they can identify as a male and female. You know what I'm saying? Doctors say that. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, but this wicked system wants to position people to kind of force them to yield to their fleshly nature of I feel this, I feel that, instead of who I am and who I be, who's my being, and who created me. You know what I'm saying? And it's trying to do that, and it's going to try to do things for you to respond to something that is based upon something that has no stability. The flesh has no stability, as we can see. If you put, the dust into dry conditions, it turns dry. Wet. The flesh has no stability. It has no control of what it can't tell if it's cold. You know what I'm saying? The body's cold, it's going to freeze. If the body's hot, it's going to sweat. It's going to adapt. It has no control to say, no, in spite of it being hot, I'm going to remain cold. In spite of it being cold, I'm going to remain hot. The flesh doesn't have that stability to be something that it needs to be in order to it exist. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, only, of course, not by power, no, by the Spirit of the Lord, that we can be who we are, because we are a spirit being. And we're a spirit being that needs to, our Creator that was blown inside of us to be our being, if we're going to be who we're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? But if we're going to continue to yield to the lies that is going on in this world system, and the world system is now dictating on who we supposed to be, we're going to live a lie. We're going to make decisions based upon a lie, which is what lust is all about doing. The lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes, and pride of life is all about leading towards lies. We need to be not transgender, but transformed by the renewing, present our body as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable and pleasing unto our Creator that created us in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Genesis is what, if we're going to be something, we're going to be that. But if you want to put on pretty much this fig leaves of your feelings and be manipulated by this wicked world system to believe that you're a man supposed to be a woman, or a woman supposed to be a man, you are going to become a victim of the serpent trick in Genesis 3. You know what I'm saying? And that's what, this message is all about, helping y'all to understand this idea that is going on. Now, it's your choice on what you choose to be. But if you're going to choose that, don't expect, man becoming a woman, don't expect to feel like who you're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And ladies becoming men, don't expect, something great to happen and you feel like you're being. You know what I'm saying? Don't expect something good off of something bad, is what I'm trying to show you concerning making these decisions that this world wicked system is trying to get you made to make. But that's the topic of the message. I hope you got the understanding. Be who you are and not what you feel. That's what is the message. And I'm done. To God be the glory, here and forever and ever. In Jesus' name, amen.